Chicken go cluck cluck, cow go moo, piggy go. How about you? Gonna be an animal just like you. Lemurs go. Ostrich go. Bleh. Koalas go. Yeah! Hit it!
What up, you shirt rippers? Welcome to the inaugural episode of the Movie Squak, a new series we've put together on our channel. I'm excited for this. Something new and fresh for y'all. Anyway, just because it's a new series doesn't mean I do it with anyone other than my three best friends. You probably know them best as Gigi, Hannah, and Trevor.
Are we known by something else?
Maybe.
Can we go back so Kyle can repronounce inaugural?
That's a hard word.
It is a hard word. Inaugural.
I'm not even gonna try because I already know I'm gonna fuck it up.
Excuse me for using different words.
Different words. Instead of
it's fine.
Well, it'll be like a Siri just being like, inaugural.
Yeah, there's like an awkward pause.
Oh my god.
You hear me like softly in the background. Siri, say inaugural. Anyway, so today for our very first episode of this new series, we're going to discuss the movie Kung Pao, Enter the Fist. So basically, I'll explain how this is going to work once, and that's it. So pay attention. So how this works is we watch a movie together, and then we go off on our own, maybe write down some discussion topics or bullet points, observations, anything we really want to just bring up based on the movie, and we talk about it. And the entire episode is dedicated to it. But don't worry, we're still doing our normal episodes. We're pretty much doing each type of episode or series. I guess it would be bi-weekly, so every 2 weeks. And we're doing it because we can. So,
because we like movies.
Yeah. So without further ado, let's do it.
Do it.
Do it. Wrong movie.
Shit. Start over.
Erase. Okay, so I have the movie box, whatever you call it. What do they call those things?
Movie phone.
Movie box? I don't know what you're talking
It
about.
is now called movie
The thing
box.
that holds the thing that holds the CD, the DVD.
The DVD case?
Yeah, the case.
Wait, guys, what if it was on VHS?
Oh.
Yeah, see?
VHS case. What the fuck?
Yeah, I know what a VHS thing is.
I think my parents do, actually.
All right. Anyway, so for those of you who haven't seen it, this movie is basically a big parody or a spoof. And I'll just read the little synopsis on the back of the DVD case. It says, in order to avenge his family's death, a legendary warrior named the Chosen One wanders the countryside in search of the murderous Master Pain, also known as Betty. Filled with fist-flying action, incredible special effects, and outrageous foolishness, this martial arts mockery delivers knockout laughs from beginning to end. It came out in 2002 and has a runtime of 81 minutes.
Wow.
So go watch it before you watch our review of it.
This review's
there's going to be a lot of
minutes.
There's going to be a lot of spoilers because we're going to pretty much dissect the whole movie. It
like
stars
a frog in biology.
Wow.
That's what we do with them.
All those poor frogs.
It stars Steve. I might say his last name wrong. Odekirk, which is that's pretty much. This is the only movie I know him in. I don't really know him in anything else.
Doesn't he actually direct it too?
I think he does.
so,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he does. And
Sounds like in the
there's
credits.
so basically the movie, it's I don't know what you call it. It's dubbed over, the voices. It takes a lot of video from a like really old martial arts movie, and then all the characters in the movie are like not really acting present day. They're like all from that old movie, and then they basically just placed Steve Odekirk in it, and he's like the main character, and it's just a really funny, stupid movie. And yeah,
Yes.
so we're gonna discuss just general things that we want to talk about. One of the first things is discussing the audience review of the movie, and I have this on my phone. Nifty Rotten Tomatoes. So there's two scores here. There's the tomato meter, and then the audience score. So this is kind of surprising, actually. The critics, they gave this a 13% on Rotten Tomato,
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
which means it's not very good, according to critics. The audience score is a 69%.
Nice.
Nice.
So it seems to be more of a cult classic than a
Yeah.
like a box office hit.
Right.
Which, I mean, I don't know. Looking at the box office, it didn't do that bad. It made $15 million, almost 16.
Not that bad for a pretty crappy movie.
But the budget was surprisingly a lot. Never mind.
Well, there's a lot of CGI in it.
Yeah.
It was
Lots
10,
of CGI.
$10 million for the budget.
That cow alone was
Yeah.
9 million.
God.
Yeah.
It was 1 million for each udder.
Each other.
So, I'll go on the critic score of 13%. What do you guys think of that? Do you agree with that or not?
Well, honestly, I kind of agree with both the critics and the what was it the other one, the user score?
Yeah, pretty much. Audience score.
Yeah, the audience score. Like, sure, like there isn't really a whole lot of redeemable stuff, but like it is a fun movie to watch. It is funny.
Yeah.
Like I agree with both scores.
Yeah,
I think
I agree.
for-
Go ahead,
ahead.
Hannah.
Is what happens when we don't do things alphabetically.
Go ahead, Hannah. That's all I was gonna say was I agree.
Chaos.
I was gonna say I agree with the critics score, just because of the quality of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look like it took too much. Obviously, it took $10 million, but
Yeah.
it doesn't look like there was. I think there was, him writing it, Mr. Odekirk, and him directing it, and most
Monsieur.
likely him editing it. So
Yeah.
there wasn't like a team there doing all of that.
Right.
Which, the critics base a lot of their stuff off of that kind of thing. So I definitely agree with the critics score, but the audience score, I think I would put a little bit higher because I, as the audience, enjoy the stupid humor of this movie.
Mhm.
So my audience score would be a little bit higher than that.
What would you put it at, do you think?
I think for humor and for sentimental value, to me, I would put it at like a 90%.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty high.
yeah, it is.
It means a lot to me. So
Same. For me, I see where the critics are coming from. I get it. The way I like to see this type of movie is I think of it as a really good bad movie. And if I'm being quite honest, I really like those kind of movies. Just because, a lot of people take life too seriously sometimes, and they take movies too seriously as well. So whenever they see a mistake or they see something that doesn't make sense or whatever, they just immediately bash it. And for me, I like to kind of see I like to think of it more positively and sort of just analyze how it makes me feel as I'm watching it. And if it makes me feel like laughing or it makes me feel, if I'm entertained, then, it's not a bad thing. And
Yeah.
I'm not going to deny that bad movies are bad movies, but if it makes me feel good watching it, then it's a good movie in my opinion.
Yeah, because it has value to you.
Yeah, exactly. So I think a 13% is harsh, but I get why they did that. For the audience score, 69%, I would go with Hannah. Maybe not 90%. That's kind of high, but
Whatever.
she's entitled to her own, her own feelings.
Opinion.
I don't know what I would give it. Maybe like somewhere between like 80 and 85. Like it's still one of those movies, like for me as well. It's very sentimental. I definitely is one of those movies I kind of grew up with, watching it with one of my best friends from middle school and with my dad and stuff. It's just one of those movies that has a lot of nostalgic feelings attached to it. So yeah, I would rate it a little higher, but I also understand why the audience would give it that rating, just because it is a stupid movie. It's not like a masterpiece.
Right.
I think on the note that you were talking about the critic score, I think there's a formula that all critics have to go through.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's just like a page of like, does it meet this, 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 and this when they're going through every single movie. And that's
Yeah.
why we see like the same types of movies earning the bigger scores.
Right. That
And
makes
all
sense.
the ones that go outside of it are like rendered as cult classics.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wish people would think for themselves a little more.
Never.
Seriously.
I agree with the critics. Obviously, I think like Hannah, they probably have a certain checklist that they follow, kind of thing. But I would have thought, like, personally, I'm not like the biggest fan of this movie, but going off of like how popular it was and how popular cult classics tend to get over time, I would have thought it would have gotten a higher score, maybe more like 75.
Mm-hmm.
Between 75 and 80 would be my guess.
Solid C.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So now we can finally talk about the movie itself.
Oh, finally.
So long.
So does anyone have anything they want to ask or discuss?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, so, the, shirt changing colors, like, obviously that came from the original movie, which I don't know the title of the original movie. Do you think that was an accident on their part?
From the
Or was that,
original?
like, yeah, like, or did they just take, like, different scenes and then sort of, like, mesh them together?
I think it was an accident.
Yeah, I think it was a wardrobe malfunction. Because I
was
mean,
it the same guy?
yeah, it was the same guy, and it looked like the
Yeah.
same. It was the same room, and it looked like the same,
Scene, kind of.
scene and atmosphere. It just looked the same, but with a different shirt.
Yeah.
Maybe
Like
it
maybe
was
they took different
two.
shots.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, maybe it was two different scenes in the movie that were shot in the same room at two different times,
Maybe.
and then
Yeah,
they just
that's
like
what I meant,
stitched them
yeah.
together like Frankenstein
Hmm.
type.
Like, he can't come in to finish the scene, so we'll just take what we have.
But yeah, I thought that that gag that they did at that part was hilarious, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your shirt is red.
I love how
Like,
he
in
like
between his
casually,
speech.
yeah, like casually mentions it like halfway through like one of his speeches. He's black clothes.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of that scene from Sleeping Beauty where the fairies are fighting over what color
Oh, the cake.
dress Aurora should have.
Oh yeah.
Pink, blue, and it just keeps changing and changing and changing
Hmm.
every time the camera cuts. It's pretty great.
Yeah. It always makes me want cake. Or
You always
yeah.
want cake.
Yeah, seriously.
What's wrong with cake?
Yeah,
Nothing's wrong with it. It's just too much.
No.
you're too much.
I know.
The squawk is over.
Oh, were you
like-
gonna say something?
Yeah, I was just gonna mention another moment. I liked the part when basically when Chosen One meets Master Pain, who's like the main antagonist. Pretty much for the first time as an adult, and then he's like, I think his I don't know what you call him, the guy that's like talking for Master Pain most of the time. I don't know, not an assistant, but like
Oh,
his
that guy.
yeah.
Second help. Like
Yeah, the guy that got his big toe cut off.
Yeah.
He'll cut
Wasn't
off
he
your
the
big
mayor?
toe. Was he?
I thought that it said that he was the mayor.
Oh, you know what? I think you're right. But anyway, he kind of represented Master Pain a lot in the beginning, and
Yeah.
and then he was like, or was it him or was it Master Pain? Now I'm forgetting. Anyway, one of them was like, yeah, no, it was Master Pain. Never mind. He was like, you will now refer to me as Betty.
Yeah.
And then Chosen One's like, but wait, isn't Betty a woman's name? And then they like just stand up and they're like ready to fight.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. That part gets me. I quote that a lot.
Another fantastic running gag was the guy with the boombox in the background.
Yeah.
Like he isn't really the focus of any scene except for I think one.
Yeah.
But like it's really hard to just not watch him.
Just dancing in the background.
Yeah.
That'd be cool if you just had some guy with a boombox like by your side at all times.
Yeah.
Right?
And then anytime you could just be like, hit it, and then he just starts playing the song and dancing right behind you. Now that's a homie.
Yeah. That's loyalty.
I also like how well they like included him into the movie. Like it looked almost seamless, like he belonged in the shot, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Gotta love that blue screen.
yeah, like he looked like he belonged more than Chosen One did at times. Because sometimes he looks kind of weird in the shots just because he's like
His
not
head's like CGI'd on there.
pretty much,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like.
Yeah.
Because it's like some other guy.
Photoshopped onto the original actor.
Yeah.
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 I think it's an interesting concept though. But I mean, I don't know, that's the only type of movie I've really seen where they do that. I feel like there are movies that did that before Kung Pao, right? I mean, are
In
there any?
2002 though?
I don't know.
I feel like right around that time they were starting to get into like the blue screen stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
There
guess.
wasn't as much of it back then.
But even so, like since then, like how many movies have done that same thing where they've taken an original movie and then just sort of like green screen the shit out of it
Yeah.
to like make an entirely different movie.
Yeah. I can't think of any other off the top of my head.
No.
I don't think that's a thing anymore. There's too many like copyright laws and stuff in
Yeah.
the
That's
way.
true.
Yeah.
I think the story is that the Steve Odenkirk had acquired the movie, and then he stitched together his own shots and stuff on top of it to make Kung Pao. But he had acquired the original movie first because it's, I don't remember if it's like Chinese or Japanese, but it was like an old kung fu movie.
Mm-hmm.
But he had acquired all the rights to it before he even made the other one, so.
So how rich is this guy? Just buy
10
Or how
million
bad
at
was
least.
that movie? How bad was that movie that he was able to get it?
Yeah,
know.
it could be something like that.
I wonder what movie it is. I kind of want to look it up.
Now he's getting a Tommy Wiseau kind of vibe for me.
Okay, parodies Hong Kong action cinema. It uses footage from the 1976 Hong Kong martial arts film Tiger and Crane Fists, also called Savage Killers. There you go.
Yikes.
Tiger and Crane Fists.
So that explains the Crane School.
And the fists.
Birdie.
So much fists.
Taika, Taika, Taika.
Birdie, birdie, birdie. Okay. Anyone else want to bring something up?
Oh, I was gonna say how much I love how the movie makes fun of like every film aspect. It takes the time to like not really take itself seriously, and so there's like literally anything you can use in a film is spoofed. Like a good example is the scene where he's about to fight the army for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And they keep zooming in like on different shots and like
the sound
zooming out
effects.
and using the camera, yeah, with all the different jump cuts and everything. That
Yeah.
It's just like it's so perfect because there's so many jump cuts in an action movie already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for them to like overdo it, it just makes it 10 times better. And I bet it was like really, really fun to edit this movie overall. Because, like, not only would it be fun to stitch on top of whatever the original movie already was, like all of your stuff, but just like figuring out which parts to be like, oh, I can make him say the most random ass thing right here,
Yeah.
and then make that fit here. Like, it would have been like the best thing to edit.
Yeah. I love the like whenever they're doing the dubbing for the voices, obviously it's all like really bad compared to what the people are actually saying. And I love it when they do like it's like a really calm thing that the voices say, but the actor that's saying it is like super intense. Like
Yeah.
The opposite.
yeah, like there was one when Chosen One was like screaming into the camera, but no audio was coming out, and then after he was done or like close to when he was done, he just says, "I implore you to reconsider."
Yeah.
Or like when the
Or-
dog barks and then nothing
Oh,
happens,
yeah.
and then there's like a bark like 5 seconds later.
Or like I guess like a visual dubbing when he's like clearly nodding his head, but then he says no.
It's so good.
Yeah. Hmm?
Oh, that was another thing I was gonna say was I love how the use of the old film kind of encouraged the witty writing and dialogue choices.
Yeah.
Like I think I'm pretty sure all of the voices were done by Steve Odekirk.
I think so, yeah.
On like
Probably.
all of the characters. And I feel like he just watched that original movie at every point, and he had like a script next to him of his old movie or whatever he was gonna make. And he was just like, what random ass thing can I make this person say right here that would like just be outrageous but still like make this movie work?
Yeah.
And I feel like all the humor that stems from it, like all the voice choices that he made for each character, whether it was like the guy who was like super southern, like the mayor's in town, or, like,
Oh man, I forgot about that
and
guy.
then just the I forget the main girl's name, the one who's always like Chosen One.
Oh,
Ling.
It's just
Yeah.
It's so off-putting for each character that it just makes it 10 times funnier.
Yeah.
My nipples look like milk duds.
How do you
Oh,
like my
animation.
face to, what was it, like foot to face
To
style?
face.
If you're all alive, then surely Wimplo. Oh man.
Gigi, you want to add something?
No, I'm okay.
Oh, okay.
It's all right. I can cut out any awkward pauses.
It's like 1 hour
Yeah.
solid of just
Gigi,
nothing.
would you like to add?
I'm okay.
Well, I have a general easy question. Who's your favorite character from the movie?
Wimplo.
The
I
squeaky
love those
shoes.
squeaky shoes.
I would say the Master's Master? The one who killed the dog?
He told me of the significance. It will be significant. And then he killed the dog.
Like his facial expression during that.
Yeah, how did they get that? Like, because that was from the original movie. Like, how did they, like, what in the original movie? I want to know what that character was doing in that
I bet
moment.
he was dying.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
maybe he
probably
was.
dying.
It's cut
Yeah,
like at the shoulders, so whatever was happening below, I bet he was like getting stabbed through the chest or something.
but what about the part when the other master is like rubbing his boob? Like, how is that from the original? What could he possibly be doing in the
Yeah.
original movie?
He was probably feeling around for the wound or something, but
But
they
like, it
just
was
had to...
obviously like so
On a
sexual.
loop.
Well, no, I feel like it was something more like there's ancient techniques and stuff in all of those old kung fu movies where they use chi in different ways to heal people.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was something related to that because there's one point where he does like a weird hand gesture after rubbing his boob, apparently.
Hmm.
And it looked like something that I've seen in other like samurai movies and things where they use that to like heal your chi or whatever. I
Your chai tea
feel like it was
latte.
something like that. Yeah, your chai tea latte. Heat it on up.
Yeah. My favorite character is the master. He has a lot of great moments, and it really sounds like he's the narrator of the movie. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be like the same character, same voice. But I mean, he just has so many great moments. Like, I love his little jingles where he's singing about Taco Bell and Neosporin.
Yo.
Na 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 na. Sporin. And I love the part when he swallows the moth and when he's like in the middle of talking, and then he tries to get through his little speech and he's all coughing and shit.
But yeah,
Like what? 3 months?
he is supposed to be the narrator because there's that part when he's fighting Betty,
Yeah.
and like it kind of does like a freeze frame as the claw's about to hit him, and it's like, so here I could
Yeah.
duck into a somersault and then finish him off with like a back kick or something like that, or B, I could take the claw to the face and die.
Yeah. Then he's like, I guess I should have chose the other.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Yeah.
Should have chosen option 1.
Yeah, I like him just because his stupid voice and like, I don't know, just all the situations he was put in. He had a lot of cool moments.
Speaking of voices, there were a lot of fantastic weird voices in this movie,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like the nuts vendor.
Are you gonna do it?
No.
I like the guys' voices that were beating up the chosen one after he was trying to learn the the special move that Betty had.
Oh yeah, they kind of
Oh,
sound like
yeah.
Kermit the Frog.
Okay, throw us off.
Do you think he wants his towel?
You guys, oh well.
Yeah, don't tell mom. Oh man, yeah, the freaking nuts guy was great. That'll be $4. You want fries with that, baby? Oh man, and I
Did
love.
you have a favorite character?
Oh yeah, sorry.
I was trying to think of one when you guys were talking. Yeah, I guess the master.
Yeah, he's funny.
He
It's
is.
pretty great.
I mean, Betty's pretty cool too. I think he has a lot of cool moments. Just his
I
voice
just
and
like
his
how
laugh.
he says his name.
Yeah.
My name is Betty.
Yeah.
Oh, those noises too.
And fucking Ling with her fucking. I don't even know how to classify that. Like, what is that?
I guess you could say like maybe a throat clearing or something.
Yeah.
But like it's such a weird noise.
Yeah,
The
and
other
she
one
sounds
is
like a duck.
basically, the other noise is basically whatever the console that came after the Wii, the Wii U.
Oh.
I love it when she's calling out Chosen One, and she's like, Chosen One! I'm coming!
I'm coming.
Oh, man.
I need that.
I love how in the movie, too, because, I mean, I guess the world that they're using in the movie, it's supposed to be set, what I'm assuming is like even before the 1970s, because that's when the original movie came out. I could be wrong, but I'm just like guessing that it came out, or that the world is supposed to be like, like a really long time ago. I don't know how long, but like I love how they have some things in the movie that are like totally, non-existent in that world. Like the Radio
Like the
Shack
boombox
and the
yeah.
boombox, yeah.
And the Taco Bell.
Taco
yeah.
Bell. At the beginning of the movie when Betty uses the lighter, it's just one of those flip up lighters. Like I feel like if that movie were to use a scene like that, it would be like a stick of matches, It wouldn't be that.
A lighter.
Yeah.
And sometimes he drove.
Yeah, in cars too. Thank you, Hannah. Oh man.
Yeah, so that twist that there are aliens, and not only aliens but like they're French, like that was kind of a weird part of the movie for me.
Yeah. I think that would be like the one thing that I didn't really, I wouldn't say didn't like, because it didn't really bother me that much, but like would have changed, I guess.
Yeah, because they were only in there for maybe, what, 2 minutes of screen time, if that?
Yeah, and it was just super kind of out there.
Yeah.
The evil council.
Yeah, I'd say if I had to change anything about the movie, it would definitely be that ending. Just because the whole movie was bringing things from everywhere into it, but it wasn't that extreme.
Yeah.
And then it just was like, hey, French aliens, let's end this thing. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah, it was just
Awkwardly.
really random that they were French.
I mean, I understand they wanted to show off Tungi's power,
Yeah.
but I think they could have done that in a different way.
I would have much preferred if they had ended it like a traditional samurai movie or something. It would have been more clever, I think, that way. Whereas this was just stupid.
Yeah. But then again, I mean, the whole movie's pretty stupid.
Yeah.
It's stupid, but it's clever. I appreciate clever humor more than stupid humor, I guess.
Yeah. That's true. Um, I wanted to. I actually wrote this quote down. Um, it's when I think it's pretty much after Chosen One thinks that all of his friends died in the field, and then turns out they're not dead. But he kind of has like this, I guess, little monologue or this speech to himself, and he's just like, Betty has gone too far. Killing is wrong and bad. There should be a new, stronger word for killing, like bad wrong or badong. Yes, killing is badong. From this moment, I will stand for the opposite of killing. Gnaw dab. I thought that was so like stupid. Like what the fuck? It was funny though.
It was a passionate speech.
Yeah, it was so like it was just good because it was like you said, it had like this passion, but it was for just such a stupid thing.
Should we move on to favorite moments?
What?
Gigi didn't get to say anything about changing anything.
What I would change? I don't like the cow scene. I don't know why. Just it's really weird.
Yeah.
I would just take it out.
Completely?
Maybe not completely. Like, I mean, at the end it was funnier, but I don't know. The CGI of it, I think, just looks really weird to me.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know what I would do to, I guess, improve it. I guess maybe not so Matrixy.
Yeah.
It was very Matrixy and, all that. But I mean, it's, I guess, expected as well because that was the era of that.
Right. I mean, it's 2002.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Also, what was up with that little alien next to the temple?
I
Oh,
have
yeah.
no
It was kind
idea.
of like a Cubert type alien looking thing.
I feel like it was like meant to spoof Star Wars, just for a second.
Yeah.
or maybe hint
Maybe.
at that they're aliens.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Probably.
Maybe
Like an
it's
Easter
like
egg, kind of.
yeah, maybe it's like, oh, this is the evil council.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah. But yeah, I always thought that
one
was
of the
really
ones.
random.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like it didn't add anything to it. It wasn't really funny at all. It was just
Like,
It
what the
was
fuck
just
is that
there.
alien doing there?
Yeah.
Yeah. They spent money on putting that there.
Yeah, they did.
They
Probably a
thought about
lot
it.
of money at the
That
time
was
too.
9 million of their 10 million budget.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody knows off the top of their head, but I'm trying to think if it was a spoof specifically of, because remember there was a time where the Star Wars movies were unedited, and then there was a certain point where George Lucas was like, let's add a bunch of CGI aliens to everything. And that's like the versions that we have now.
Yeah, Return of the fucking Jedi.
Trying to think if that was like a spoof directly of that, or if it was too early for that.
I don't know.
I think no, I think you're right, Hannah, because the special editions or the re-releases of the Star Wars movies, they came out around the same time as Phantom Menace did to kind of help advertise the new Star Wars trilogy.
Right. And that's when they were starting to make alien CGI rather than practical effects.
Yeah. And George Lucas takes all the credit for CGI. He'll
Find your
often
lack of CGI disturbing.
yeah, he'll often quote that Jar Jar Binks is his greatest creation. I was gonna say something about the cow scene. I kind of agree with Gigi. I didn't like not like that scene, but I feel like it dragged on for a little too long.
Yeah.
I feel like there were some weird moments in it too. Like we could have gone without him like chewing on the cow's nipples
Yeah.
or the udders. I mean, that was just kind of I don't know weird.
It is weird.
Yeah, I don't know how he felt about it. Yeah, that was kind of funny
that
though.
was funny. I found that humorous, but then I'm just like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think, yeah, it just went on a little too long.
And the Matrix thing was kind of basic. Like,
Yeah.
really.
Plus the way it ended too, like the fact that he defeated the cow is because he
It's, like,
drained all the
deflated.
milk.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Like, all a cow has is milk inside them.
Yeah.
There's
They
got to
don't
be a
have
different way.
organs.
Yeah. Avoid the meadows. I also really like the little Mustafa part with him and Chosimba.
Oh my god.
I think it's funny how he thought he was talking to Simba at first, and then Chosen One corrects him, and then he just kind of blends the two names together. There are two
I also
symbols.
like
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I like how he was dressed like a samurai. He had swords
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
ponytail.
Yeah. And then the part where he was talking about the good and evil aspects of the world, and he was like, there are two symbols. This one over here, and that one over there. It doesn't go into detail about it at all. Like, basically useless. Oh, man.
This is CNN.
And then those ventriloquists,
Yeah.
they're just going about their day like, we are ventriloquists, and then Betty and his gang show up.
Yeah.
They get their asses kicked, and they're hanging up from like I don't know what that was, but then like they're still singing their song.
Yeah.
I swing a bit more. I swing a bit less.
I think, like, what, do you know the rating of the movie, Kyle?
What do you mean?
What?
69 for the
No,
user.
like, was it PG or
Oh, it was
Oh.
PG-13.
Oh, I was gonna say, because if they were trying to aim for, like, a younger audience, like, that would be one way to, like, portray them not dying, kind of thing.
Yeah. But I
Oh,
mean,
yeah, to save the rating.
Yeah,
yeah, I
that's
mean,
what
there was
thinking
kind
they
of a
did
lot
that
of
for.
death in the movie.
Kind
Oh
of.
yeah,
Yeah.
but like hanging, that's kind of dark. I would.
No, they weren't actually hanging. They were upside down.
Well, yeah, but they were dead, right?
No, they were singing.
Right.
Yeah,
So
I mean, that's
what
just
I think
voices,
that they were
but they
trying
could
to
have been
go
dead.
for was like, not so dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have been.
I mean,
I feel like he just noticed, like when he was editing, he just noticed that one was swinging a little bit more than the other and was like, oh, let's point it out. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they kind of showed how lighthearted it was with death near the beginning when he was facing off against that gang, and like there's that one lady in the bikini,
Yeah.
and like they're all kind of like, I guess, being beaten, and
Yeah.
she like gently goes down
Like,
to the
majestically
grass.
falls down.
Yeah.
It's because they're boobs.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah,
boobies.
obviously.
Was that your favorite part, Trevor? The ventriloquist?
No.
Yeah.
It actually wasn't. Yeah, so my absolute favorite scene's very quick, near the beginning, when the narrator is just going on about
Wait,
how
Trevor. I'm
What?
sorry. I wasn't recording.
Oh,
Now you
He
can
just
go.
kind of just went before he
Yeah.
was like,
Now you can
I'm
go.
gonna.
okay. So my favorite part is near the very beginning, and it's a very quick part where the narrator is kind of describing how the chosen one is getting attacked constantly through his travels, and then that first guy shows up and he says, "Your days are over, mister." I just love that part so
Yeah.
much.
That part gets me every time.
He has a lisp and everything.
Yeah.
Like the
It's just
first
so random.
time, I was just not expecting that.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, that's good. Isn't it the same guy that gets his stomach punched out? Wasn't it that guy?
I think he was in that group, but I can't
I
say
would
Oh
for
no,
sure
he
if
was the
it's
one.
same person.
He was the one that got his.
He got turned into a bikini.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, and then he
Yeah.
ran away crying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get the oven there.
Oh man.
That voice. It's so
Yeah.
fantastic.
Okay. So my favorite parts have sort of already been brought up. The nuts guy is obviously one of my favorites. I also really like the battle at the very beginning with the different camera shots. And I also really love the narrator, just like in general, everything he says. But one part that hasn't been brought up was Woe's entrance. And she is like standing at the top of this roof and she says one thing to him and everybody looks up like, oh. And I don't know if there was a lightning strike, but it would have been funnier if there was. But
Yeah.
she jumps down from the roof and she lands and she does this like heroic pose. And then all of a sudden she just falls straight to the ground.
Yeah.
Didn't
She had too
didn't
much
she get stuck in the
momentum.
trees?
On her
That was
way
when
On her
out.
way
exited.
out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Both are just killer. Like the fact that she falls to the ground because she has too much momentum, like it kills me every single time.
Yeah.
And then, like you mentioned, she leaves and she gets stuck in the trees. Oh, it's
good.
just so funny.
I love it when she's like trying to tell him something important and he's like obviously staring right at her one boob.
Yeah.
And then he's
Yeah.
like, every time he's like, I'm sorry?
Sorry, say again?
Hmm?
Oh,
It's good
avoid
stuff.
the meadow.
And then she is constantly bringing up the sequel. She's like,
Yeah.
yeah, she
Yeah.
could be the sequel.
So she can be in the sequel.
That's what I meant. Yeah, that I
Yeah.
could be in the sequel.
Oh, it's
So,
good.
Gigi, what was your favorite part?
So I had two. One which was mentioned already is when the chosen one is trying to have the same or wants to pretty much perform the same as Betty, and he has the group of guys beat him up, and like he just gets knocked out, and I don't know why, I just think it's funny. And then the other one is I think it's when the master is quote unquote dying and he's warning him about the song of big butts. And I actually looked up the quote right now. So it goes, by the way, you must be weary of Betty's iron claws. They are sharp and they hurt. And beware, his song about butts. He beats you up while he plays it. And then
Beats you up while he plays it.
Yeah.
it says shrieks, groans, master, no. I don't know. I just thought that was so hilarious. Like his last dying words would be a warning about a song about butts.
Yeah.
And then he brought up Harpo.
Oh yeah, that was
My
my
favorite member is Harpo.
Oh man. I have a lot of favorite moments. A lot of them stem from Master Betty or Master shit, I can't remember Chosen One's master. I think it's Tang. Master Tang.
Yeah, I think that sounds right.
Um but I think Master Betty, he has a lot of good quotes. I like it when he's after Chosen One's caught with the tiny net, and then they're talking about it
Oh,
afterward,
yeah.
and Betty's just like, yes, a tiny net is a death sentence. It's a net, and it's tiny. And then, God damn it, now I'm forgetting what I was just thinking about. Oh, when he's talking, when he goes to the town to try and find Chosen One, and he was talking about himself, and he's like, I've been called bad before. Many have said I do things that are not correct to do. I don't believe in talk such as this. I am nice man with happy feelings all of the time. And then after that, he says, First, a joke. What do you get when you cross an
Yes.
owl with a bungee cord? And then there's like this like super long pause. And then he's just like, my ass. And it's just like this joke that makes no sense whatsoever.
That's a good joke.
I feel like that would be a Trevor joke.
It would be
Yeah.
a Trevor joke.
With the sound effect too. Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. There's a bunch of other stuff, like when
Speaking
Master
of that-
Tang.
Oh, I was gonna say, speaking of that sound effect, I really like when Master Pain and Ling are going back and forth.
Yeah.
Their emojis. It's just, oh, so good.
Yeah. And then freaking Master Tang, I don't even know why, but he's walking through the fields, like minding his own business or whatever, and he's just singing about animals. Chicken go cluck cluck, cow go moo, piggy go oink oink, how about you? And it's just like, what? And then he starts naming off like these random animals that don't have common like sounds that you wouldn't know what they sound like. He was like lemur go or something like that. It's like, what the fuck? Oh man, so
That
many good
part
stuff.
Where after the chosen one, he's been trying to take off the little triangles all day. Like his hands are bleeding, and then Ling is trying to like take care of him, and
Yeah.
she's like, "Does that hurt?" And then she's like squeezing a lemon, or was it a lemon? I think
Yeah,
it's a
it was the lemon.
Lemon.
a lemon onto it, and he's just like, "No." And then she starts pouring salt onto it. Does that hurt? No. And then breaks the thermometer.
So fucking random.
You've broken a thermometer on my hands.
Also, like when Ling's father like introduces himself to Chosen One, and then he like straight up says it. He's like, "I'm Ling's father." Wheel, wheel. And then Chosen One's just like, "I see the similarities." Oh
I have
man.
to say, all of Wimplow's parts are hilarious.
Yeah.
Like his up and over.
If you've got an ass, I'll kick it.
They're just like, please let him win. But the squeaky shoes are what get me every single time.
And then
Yeah.
as he's dying, even his shoes are like slowly being deflated or whatever that was.
I rock and roll all day long.
I go pee-pee standing up.
I also like the Master Betty talking about killing Chosen One, and he's just like, I'll kill him. I'll kill him dead, like with a rock or something, like a stone. uh,
That's so good.
and then I was thinking of another one. Right, I think it's right before when he's switching the guy's clothes. He was walking with a group of his men or whatever, and he's just trying to do like some small talk with them, like as a normal person, and he's just like, "So what are you guys doing later? You wanna,
Oh, yeah.
you want to order in some pizza? Maybe go hang out with some ladies." I do like the ladies. I do.
I like them feisty.
And Ling, I think the chosen one is about to fight Betty, and then Ling's like, "You should be able to defeat him now." And the chosen one, he's like, "Hmm?" And she's like, you should be able to defeat him now. And I think he goes into like maybe a flashback or something. Like he loses track of what she's saying. And he's like, I'm going to go. And she's like, you should be able to defeat him now.
Yeah. She just yells it at him. Oh, man.
I also really like when he's like, he gets up on that, I don't even know, he's like fighting Master Pain. He gets up there and he's doing like his heroic speech. He's like, you killed my family. And I don't like that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like super dramatic, but it's like the most basic thing you could say. The zoom in on his eyes.
Yeah.
I don't like that kind of thing.
Oh, it's too good.
Oh, man.
What a good movie.
Yeah.
It is.
So
It's a real shame they never continued with the sequel.
yeah, what's up
Like,
with
they
that?
They were so heavy-handed with it.
Yeah. They really shoved it in your face at the end of the movie. Like it was definitely coming. It looked like it was already like halfway done. And
I don't
then
know why, but well, I guess Johnny 21 Jump Street, I think the second one, they kind of did that.
22 Jump Street,
Yeah,
yeah.
they kind of did that thing where they like were like, oh, we can't wait
23
for
Jump
the other
Street,
ones. Yeah, and then they
24.
go from like doctors and like all this other shit.
yeah.
I don't know.
I
I don't
remember
know if
that.
they got it from that, but like
That
that's
was
kind of what it
fantastic,
reminds
too.
me about it.
Yeah. I feel like if they did do a sequel of Kung Pao, I don't think it would have been as good.
No.
No.
I think I like to think that they probably would have done more of like a live action film and not taken so much from like a different movie. But then again, I don't
Probably.
know. But I just feel like the way it is fine. I just wish they didn't tease it like at all.
Yeah.
Because it would have been
Did it
cool.
put the idea in your mind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like keep Woe's line about like, so I could be in the sequel, but like don't do the um coming up next
Yeah.
part.
Because that was
And
funny
I
when she was mentioning the sequel a bunch.
Yeah. I definitely think now it's too late. Like
Oh,
even if he
yeah.
has the budget, has the script written, there's no way it's
Yeah.
gonna be redeemable at any point.
No.
Yeah, I looked him up. He's almost 60 years old now, so
Oh shit.
which is really surprising. So I did the math, and he was 41 when he made that movie.
Damn.
He doesn't look that old in the movie.
I mean,
might-
if they made like some kind of sequel where it was like sort of a spoof of like Logan or something, where he's like this old chosen one, I may
Yeah.
be on board.
That's a good idea, Hannah.
You should go into movies.
Hey, maybe.
We should all write a movie.
Together.
Probably
And like
would.
there's a prophecy how like he's going to die, but with his tongue in his hand
What?
instead of his heart.
Yeah.
I see you dying, chosen one, with your tongue in your hand.
Oh man.
I might be on board for that. But I
So-
think back then it would have been cool if they had made like a series out of it, like just a stupid sitcom type series.
Yeah,
Probably would have worked better on TV.
the possibilities. So after watching the movie and talking about it, would you watch this movie again?
Yes, and
Every
most likely
day.
I probably will.
Every day.
I love this movie.
Yeah, me too. I think it'll be a while until I watch it again.
Yeah,
Because-
most likely.
Because it's one of those movies I've seen a lot, so I know everything that kind of happens. So it'll
Wow.
probably be like a few years before I watch it again.
Yeah.
But it's just
Like
one
it's
of those.
definitely. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's one of those movies. For me, it's like in this small category of like movies that I've seen, like a lot. Like, there's not many movies where I've seen them like probably like at least like 5 times
Yeah.
or more. And there's not a lot of movies in that category for me.
I was gonna say, it's a fantastic movie, but for me, it's one of those movies where like you definitely need time in between viewings.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Like if I
That is
watched
like
it again, I wouldn't laugh as much. It wouldn't be as enjoyable like right now.
Yeah.
that is one of like the worst feelings though. Like I have that all the time where I'm going through like, hey, what movie do I want to watch today? And then you're about to pick a movie and then all the movie flashes through your head and you're like, oh, now I've watched it.
Yeah.
No, I can't pick that movie. I have that happen to me constantly. It's horrible.
Yeah.
I think if I were to watch this movie, it'd only be because Trevor wants to watch it.
Probably, yeah.
Wouldn't watch it on your own.
No.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
I think
I mean, it's okay.
yeah, it's definitely one of those movies you want to watch with somebody.
Yeah.
'Cause by yourself, eh.
I think Gigi might have liked it more if she saw it like a long time ago.
That's what I think too. I think because you guys watched it when it came out and
Yeah.
you know, back then. But like for me, I'm just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, has more emotional attachment with
Yeah.
us than it does
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. So,
Yep.
Gigi, do you have the next movie in mind? Can we tease that?
You can tease it if you want.
It's
Do
your
you wanna
movie.
tease
Say
it?
it.
Yeah, it's your
Yeah,
movie.
go ahead.
Go in alphabetical
Tease it?
order.
Okay, get ready to
Give
get
us a little taste.
your ears teased.
Okay.
Get your nips ready for a twisting.
Oh, they're ready.
Always ready.
Next movie we will be squawking about. I don't know.
Nice.
It's gonna be not another teen movie.
Hell yeah.
Trevor is pretty excited. His
I
nipples
love
are
that movie
poking
so
through his
much.
shirt.
I love that more than Kung Pao.
Wow.
Wow.
So
So much
so
more.
on a ratio,
Yeah.
or not a ratio. What would it be? Whatever. I don't know what to call it right now. So Gigi and Trevor have seen this movie, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Hannah and I have not seen this movie.
Nope.
I'm excited for you guys.
I'm excited too. I trust your guys' judgment. I'm looking forward to it.
I just want to say that I watched this movie. It's gonna sound like a while ago. Probably 7 years for the first time. So it was definitely not one movie I watched when it came out.
Hmm.
So and
No, you would have been young.
yeah,
Probably
obviously.
way too young.
Yeah, but I watched it because you really liked it and
Yeah.
you made me watch it. And I thought it was hilarious. So
Seeing a theme here.
Trevor makes me watch movies.
Gigi,
Yeah.
do you even like movies?
Holds
I
a
do
gun,
like
holds a gun
movies.
to her head the whole movie.
I don't think
Laugh. Laugh, damn you.
I don't think I have
Damn
a
you.
lot of movies in common with you guys.
Yeah.
I think Hannah and I kind of have similar movie
Yeah,
tastes.
because you guys are girls.
You guys in your
Because we're
Twilight
girls.
movies.
Twilight.
But
I thought Hannah
I
hated
don't-
Twilight.
I
Yeah,
do.
that was a joke.
Oh, there you go. All right.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed our discussion on Kung Pao. If you haven't seen it, please. I don't know why you watched this video, but it's a great
You
movie,
look
and
so dumb right now.
Yeah.
I think technically now they have seen it.
yeah,
Through our eyes.
we basically gave it all away.
Yeah.
You've chosen to listen to our podcast.
Oh
Nice.
God.
So yeah, it's a really
Yeah.
great watch, and I recommend watching it with your friends.
Or by yourself if you want
Or
to.
on LSD.
Oh my God.
Movie Squawk does not endorse.
Drugs.
drugs.
No drugs were taken during the shooting of this podcast.
Especially since we're not shooting it.
Oh,
We're not shooting
it. Well, technically.
Interesting.
I've chosen the high ground.
The perfect movie quote.
I've got some yellow liquid for your popcorn.
And it's not dairy.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. Good stuff. All right, so that's it.
That's it, that's all.
Yeah, and stay tuned for our regularly scheduled podcast. The one where we ask questions and shit. And
Ooh,
yeah,
holy shit.
yeah,
At the same time.
yeah. We're all on the
All
toilet.
on the toilet.
Yeah,
Cute.
I don't own a toilet. I use an outhouse.
What?
I use a bucket.
Somebody.
I use an out bucket.